Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to go over the Browning belt loader. This particular loader has a long history developed by John Browning for assisting in loading the cloth belts for his new invented water-cooled machine gun, the Browning. What we're going to do is go over this marvel piece of equipment and show some of the highlights of it and how to load a cloth belt. So let's take a closer look at the Browning belt loader. The Browning belt loader came in a nice little transit box. Also included in a lot of the transit boxes were a directions label attached to the underside of the top lid. Had a nice little leather carry strap on top, two securing latches, and the original boxes also had the ordnance marks and serial numbers. The belt Browning loader works on an elongated cam action. When the cam is rotated, there's a pusher arm here attached by a connecting rod to the cam that actually pushes the cartridges into the belts. Here on top you have a free wheel that just helps hold the cartridge in position. You have a lower wheel that actually advances the cartridges on the belt. You also have a set of needles. You have 3 needles here on the top upper arm and 3 needles on the lower arm. What those needles help do is helps to open up the pockets for each insertion of a new cartridge. You have a small little shuttle door here that opens up out of the way where your belt is placed on this flat table. The shuttle arm helps hold the belt securely in place with the needle arm closed in position against the belt for opening the pockets, and then your upper roller to help guide. You also have a loading feed chute here for loading your cartridges. Okay, before you start loading your belt, first thing you need to do is to hand insert your first cartridge into the first empty pocket of the belt. Place the belt and the first cartridge into the first empty roller on the bottom and make sure the belt is seated flat against the belt table. You're going to then close this flat little shuttle piece and help hold the belt securely flat against the table. Lower your free roller. There's a small hook that hooks onto this band spring here, holds everything securely in place. You can then lower and close the needle arm against the belt. You're now ready to start loading your belt by turning the crank handle very slowly at first. Make sure, particularly this area right here, that you don't get a double feed where 2 cartridges try to enter one pocket. Slowly and methodically, you're going to turn the crank handle and load the belt. Alright, when your belt's fully loaded, you can then unhook the upper roller, lift it up, move the shuttle off to the side, lower the needle arm up, and remove your belt. You may want to also inspect the belts both sides to make sure that there's no frays, tears, or snags that's going to interfere with the operation of the firearm. The Browning belt loader typically was made to load .30-06 caliber cartridges. They will load also with a conversion piece that replaces the pusher to load .308 NATO into the same cloth belts. They will fit without any modification. The .30-06 configuration with the same pusher will also load the 8mm Mauser cartridge into the same belts. Okay, to load the 8mm, you simply just place that same last cartridge against the roller that's empty closest to the belt table. Make sure the belt is flat against the belt table. Close the shuttle arm. Lower your roller. Make sure it's hooked firmly in place. Then lower the needle arm in place. You can then load the 8mm cartridges into the feed tray. And you're ready to proceed loading 8mm. Once again, very slowly, start turning the charging handle, and you can load 8mm as well into the same Browning pocket. The 8mm is a great conversion for the Browning 1919 A4 as well as the water-cooled 1917. As I said, you can also replace the pusher that will load 308 NATO into the same belts. A lot of people do that conversion as well for the 1919 Browning. Some of the points you need to watch out for also as well when you're loading is make sure that the elongated cam arm and the pusher is free of debris and dirt. Sand introduced into these works will cause a jam. Make sure at the end of your loading session that you oil these items very thoroughly for the next loading session. Well, that takes care of it for the Browning belt loader. Just remember that this machine only loads cloth belts. There are some linking machines that do connect the Browning cartridges with metallic disintegrating links. Please be sure and subscribe. Any questions you have, any requests, please send them. I'm always glad to read them. Until then, next time, we'll see you later. Thanks for watching.